Let's start our journey with hearts full of hope, with eyes that can see beyond the horizon, where dreams are born and hope takes flight. The path ahead is unmarked, a blank canvas for the stories yet to be written, and we walk it together, side by side, hand in hand. We are like seeds planted in the soil, full of potential, waiting to grow into something beautiful and strong. The road may be long, the terrain rough, but the promise of new beginnings calls to us. In the distance, we see the mountain peaks, tall and grand, but we know that we must begin at the base, step by step. With every breath we take, the air seems to hold the possibility of endless opportunities. The world before us is not one of fear, but of wonder, full of vibrant colors and rich textures, all waiting for us to discover. Let us walk this path with faith in the unknown, trusting that every challenge, every turn, is part of the adventure that will shape us. There is no rush to reach the destination. The beauty lies in the journey itself, in the people we meet, the lessons we learn, and the memories we create. The road stretches ahead, winding and twisting, yet each turn promises something new, something beautiful. We have no map to guide us, no road signs pointing the way, but we have each other, and that is enough. We may stumble along the way, trip over obstacles, or falter in moments of doubt, but with every fall, we rise stronger, more determined. The journey is not about avoiding the hardships, but embracing them, understanding that they are the very things that will sculpt us into who we are meant to become. With each step forward, we leave behind the familiar, the comfortable, and step into the unknown, where adventure awaits. The air is crisp and full of possibilities, and with every breath we feel the promise of something greater on the horizon. The beauty of the journey lies in its unpredictability, the moments of surprise that catch us off guard and teach us the most important lessons. And so we press on, knowing that the road ahead may be uncertain, but we walk it with open hearts and fearless spirits. Every day on this journey brings something new, a new sunrise to greet, a new horizon to chase. The world around us is constantly changing, shifting like the sands of time, and we are learning to adapt, to grow with each passing moment. The trees whisper in the wind, the rivers sing their songs, and the mountains stand silent, ancient witnesses to the passage of time. We listen, we learn, we absorb the lessons nature has to offer. The journey is not just about reaching a destination, it is about becoming. With each step, we discover new aspects of ourselves, our strength, our resilience, our courage. We learn to trust in the process, to believe that every experience, every person we meet along the way, is part of the tapestry of our lives, adding color and depth to our journey. There are moments of doubt, moments when the path seems too difficult, too steep to climb. But in those moments, we find our true strength. The journey teaches us that it is not the destination that matters, but the person we become along the way. As we continue our journey, we encounter others who walk similar paths, some ahead of us, some beside us, and some who are still finding their way. Each person has their own story, their own dreams, their own struggles, and in meeting them, we begin to understand that we are all part of something larger. We are all connected by the same journey, even though our paths may differ. The beauty of the journey lies in the relationships we form, the bonds we create. These connections are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives, and with every new person we meet, we add another layer to our understanding of the world. There are moments of laughter, moments of shared joy, and moments of deep conversation that make the journey richer and more meaningful. It is in these moments that we realize we are never truly alone. We are always surrounded by the people who support us, who encourage us, and who challenge us to be better. But the journey is not always easy. There are moments of darkness, moments when the clouds gather and the way forward seems unclear. In those times, we must rely on the light within us, the inner spark that keeps us moving forward even when the road seems impossible. The journey requires patience, perseverance, and the belief that no matter how tough it gets, we can overcome it. The storms will pass, the skies will clear, and the sun will shine once more. In those moments of doubt, we must hold on to the knowledge that we are capable, that we have already overcome so much, and that there is always a way forward. The journey is not about avoiding the hardships, but about learning to face them with grace and courage. It is about finding strength in our vulnerability and resilience in our weakness. And as we continue, we realize that the greatest gift of the journey is the wisdom we gain along the way. With each step, the landscape changes, becoming more breathtaking, more awe-inspiring. The mountains we once saw in the distance now stand close, their peaks reaching for the sky. The rivers that once seemed far off are now flowing beside us, their waters cool and refreshing. The trees, with their strong trunks and branches reaching toward the heavens, remind us of the strength we are cultivating within ourselves. The journey is not just about moving from one place to another, it is about transformation. It is about shedding the old layers of who we were and stepping into the new versions of ourselves that we are becoming. The path is not always smooth, but it is always meaningful. There are moments of wonder, moments when we stop in our tracks and take in the beauty of the world around us. These moments are the rewards of the journey, the moments that remind us why we embarked on this path in the first place. As the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, we find that the journey is less about the destination and more about the process. It is the small everyday moments that fill our hearts with gratitude, the simple pleasure of a shared meal, the joy of a good conversation, the peace that comes from watching the sun set over the horizon. The journey is made up of these moments, the ones that we often overlook, but which hold the true essence of life. The road ahead is still long, but we have learned to embrace it, to cherish every step, every breath, every moment. The beauty of the journey lies not in the grand achievements or the distant goals, but in the quiet, often unnoticed moments that shape our days. And as we walk this path, we realize that we are exactly where we are meant to be, learning, growing, and becoming the people we were always destined to be. As we continue, we come to understand that the journey is not just about what we gain, but also about what we give. It is about offering kindness to others, sharing our wisdom, and supporting those who are also walking their own paths. The journey teaches us that we are all part of a larger whole, and the more we give, the more we receive. Every act of kindness, every gesture of love adds to the collective energy of the world, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what we can see. The journey is not just about ourselves, but about the impact we have on the world and the people we encounter. We learn that the true measure of success is not in what we achieve for ourselves, but in the lives we touch and the love we share. As we give, we also receive, and the journey becomes a dance of exchange, a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving. The path we walk is not always straight. There are moments when we must take a detour, when the road before us is blocked or the way forward seems unclear. But in those moments, we learn to trust the process. We learn that sometimes the detours are where the most important lessons are found. It is in the moments of uncertainty that we discover the depth of our strength, the breadth of our resilience. The journey is not about following a fixed path. It is about being flexible, about adapting to the twists and turns that life presents. It is about finding peace in the unknown and trusting that every step, every detour, is part of our story. We may not always understand the reasons for the obstacles in our way, but we know that they are shaping us, helping us grow, and guiding us toward the person we are meant to become. So we keep moving forward, trusting in the process, knowing that each detour is just another chapter in our story. As we near the end of this chapter of our journey, we look back with gratitude. We see the miles we have traveled, the challenges we have overcome, and the wisdom we have gained. The journey has changed us, shaped us, and helped us become who we are today, but we know that the journey is never truly over. It is a continuous cycle of growth, transformation, and discovery. There will always be new paths to walk, new horizons to explore, and new lessons to learn. And so, we look ahead with anticipation, ready to continue the adventure, knowing that with every step, we are becoming more fully ourselves. The journey is not about the destination, it is about the process of becoming, of learning, of growing, and as we continue, we embrace the unknown, knowing that each step forward is a step towards something greater. The journey we have begun is one of self-discovery, of connection, and of growth. We have learned that the path is not always clear, that the road ahead is sometimes difficult, but we have also learned that we are capable of overcoming any obstacle. With each step, we discover more about ourselves and the world around us. We have learned to trust in the process, to embrace the unknown, and to find joy in the journey itself. The road is long, but it is also beautiful, full of moments of wonder, moments of love, and moments of connection. And as we continue, we know that the journey will never truly end. It is a continuous cycle of learning, growing, and becoming, and we are ready for whatever comes next. For the greatest adventure is not the one we have already experienced, but the one that lies ahead, waiting for us to embrace it with open hearts and open minds.